Shalom, shalom. I hope that you got to see the eclipse, because we're not going to have it for, well, I hate to put it this way, but we won't be alive for the next one. Well, we will, of course, our souls, definitely, but physically, as far as I know, we won't be alive. For the next eclipse, it was beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, it was beautiful. And such a blessing. I wanted to share with you really what I had been blessed to see, or that Hashem blessed me to be able to realize and to see with this, and that is, you know, the moon, the sun and the moon are really a picture of us and God. God being the sun and us being the moon, and that how the moon reflects the sun, the light. We are also to reflect the light, the love, have the love of God in us to share, to shine bright. I love that song, Light Shine Bright by Toby Mac. It's a great one. Yeah. Kind of makes, I don't know, that just came into my mind when I was thinking about that, but Light Shine Bright. Yep. So anyways, and then, okay, so when we have the eclipse, the sun is blocked out, and the moon is standing. The moon is right before the sun, blocking out the light of the sun. And at least from a spiritual point of view, in the same way that when we're supposed to reflect the sun's light, but when we try to be God in our own lives, not trusting God, trusting our own ways, taking His place, we block out the light. We block out the love of the Messiah, and I know that all of us, each of us, can fall victim to that, which is why it's so important. And I've said this before, to always be praying, because even when we think we are being a light, there can be something, you know, hindering us from really being that very bright and shining light, to the brightest that Hashem has called us to be, Dove has called us to be. So, yeah, it was beautiful. It was amazing. I have to say that when the eclipse started and the sky started to get dim, this tremendous fear of God came upon me, like in a beautiful way. It was like I just felt the weight of His glory, you know, kavod. It's like heavy. I could feel it, and I just thought to myself, what if God was to return, Yeshua the Messiah was to return at this time? Would I be prepared? I just really reflected on that, and I just wanted to share that with you, and I took that moment to really just to pray, and I'm just so thankful. Thank you, Abba, that I got to see that. It was amazing. And also, I wanted to do like a tribute. I mean, I don't have recordings of it, so I can't really make a real tribute, but just to say that Jerry Lewis, a beloved American actor, singer, he was a father, friend to many, passed away, and it's, you know, it's just really hard because, trying not to be too emotional, but I just found out actually from my sister and I, we have a tremendous actually similarities in this, that I also, we both always wanted to meet Jerry Lewis. We grew up with watching Jerry Lewis. I'm very blessed that in my family we had lots of culture, and the humor, the humor of Jerry Lewis, just such a blessing, and the way that he could make one laugh, and my favorite, I'd say one of my favorite movies, yeah, probably my favorite, although I really like The Delicate Delinquent as well, but The Bellboy. I remember watching that many times as a child, over and over again. I think sometimes 2 or 3 times in one day. I just loved it. Loved him. And the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis shows, of course, Dean Martin passed away quite some time ago, but those two were just amazing together. So funny. so great, so much talent. And I mean, that is a gift of laughter, humor. It keeps us going, and it's actually when I am my saddest times that I really take that time to be like, okay, the joy of the Lord, and the joy that God has given us to just enjoy it, just to let it go. And I mean, it's not that we're always supposed to be, can't always be happy in sad times, but when that sadness drags on and it leads into like meditating thoughts and it's just sad all the time, that's the time to do something different, to do something funny. And of course, my subscribers have seen some of that in my videos. And what many of you do not know is that in I think quite a few of those videos have been actually in my saddest times. So yes, my saddest times making funny videos. That's the way to go. And Jerry Lewis, actually his real name was Joseph Levitch, Jewish man. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna miss Jerry Lewis. He does have kids, and his wife. I pray for comfort for them during this time. I know this has got to be really hard, healing, and even though I never met Jerry Lewis, just I guess if his family were to hear, I just would want to say, or to hear me, I would just want to hear that I'm very thankful for the gift. I'm very thankful to God for the gift of Jerry Lewis and his talents, and the fact that he shared them with everyone. He's greatly missed. Thank you, God. Thank you for Jerry Lewis. And thank you for listening. That's all I had to say for now. Shalom, shalom, Shavuot tov.